What happened to Geto? How did our justice-driven Geto become what he has become? A criminal. A criminal chased by everyone. To find this out, we need to go back to the start, where everything was good. We first see Geto and Gojo on a rescue mission, saving the second grade sorcerer Utohime. It was obvious, even though both of them were just in the second year JJK high, they were still stronger than second grade sorcerers, and most likely on par or even stronger than first grade sorcerers. After that, Principal Yaga punches Gojo, because he forgot to put on the veil so that non-sorcerers can't see what happens inside the veil. After that, an angry Gojo says that it is unnecessarily put on the veil, because non-sorcerers can't even see the cursed spirits. Like, what's the point of it? And that all of this is just exhausting. But Geto responds with, as a sorcerer, it's their duty to protect the weak, in this case the non-sorcerers. And a good society is a society where the weak survive. After that, Gojo mocks Geto, because he claims that Geto just thinks like that because of his morals. Why strength bound responsibilities? He says that only the weak think like that. But here we can see that as of right now, Geto feels responsible to protect the weak. But as the story continues, he will change his views. After a brief scuffle, Yaga gives them the task to protect the plasma vessel and hand her over to Tengen for a new body. Tengen is responsible for all the barriers all around Jutsu High and other areas. With his ability, he is an important aid for maintaining security. Ability of immortality, but his body isn't. And if he doesn't get a new body, he will evolve. And if this happens, he will no longer be a human. It isn't for certain what exactly will happen, but is most likely to be for worse for humanity. It's a really important mission for the future. They need to protect Rika Amonai, the new plasma vessel, and hand her over to Tengen. The problem is that she's hunted by two groups who want to unalive her. Group Q, who want Tengen-sama to go rampage after evolving, and the Time Vessel Association, which worships Tengen-sama as a god. For them, if Tengen gets a new body, he will be impure. After hearing that, Gojo and Geto knew that Group Q is the more important target, because Group Q has sorcerers. And then they don't need to pay any attention to the Star Religious group, because they are all non-sorcerers. But as the story continues, you will see that both of them were wrong. Then Geto asks himself, why are high school students tasked with such an important mission? And Gojo responds with, because we are the strongest. Even though Group Q launched an attack with their two strongest commanders, Byro and Kokun, there were no match for Gojo and Geto, further proving that they both are the strongest. And now there's just a non-sorcerer group left. It would be an easy mission, because what are some mere non-sorcerers against the two strongest? But oh boy, they were wrong. Riko knew that she just had 2 days left. Riko wanted to live her last days as she wanted, so Kuroi, her caretaker, insisted to Gojo and Geto to look after her in her fa. For security, Geto left cursed spirits to look after Amanai, but as they were destroyed, they knew something was wrong. 2 assassins were the new enemies from Geto and Gojo. They were not from Group Q, they were even stronger sorcerers. But still, there were no match against them. No one could beat them. They were on a league on their own. They were the strongest. Incident, they were issued to go to Okinawa. It was a coast area with less cursed users than Tokyo. All of them spent the rest of their time on the beach. In Gojo manner, he tried to make Riko's remaining time as happy as he could. But happiness doesn't last forever. They needed to go as planned, but Gojo convinced Geto to stay 1 more day, for Riko's sake. Concerned about Gojo, Geto mentioned that he uses his ability non-stop and doesn't even sleep because he wants to protect Riko. He said that Gojo should take rest and doesn't need to use his ability all the time. Gojo said that it doesn't matter in what condition he is, because Geto is here too, showing again that Gojo and Geto are equals. The day passed, and Amane had one, if not the, best day of her life, before the day of her demise. Now back to scheduled. They all were relieved as they approached Jujutsu High barrier. They didn't even worry about protecting Amane as much. until Gojo got stabbed in the back by someone. Geto wanted to help Gojo, but he declined his offer. He said that bringing Amane to Tengen was more important. They went to Tengen and left Gojo behind. It wasn't mentioned by either the anime nor the manga, but I'm sure that Geto felt responsible for what Toji did, because he wanted Gojo to rest, and so implied to Gojo not to use his ability all the time. As they came near to Tengen-sama, Kurono and Riku had a heartsome farewell. Shocked of what she heard, Geto told her that they made a decision. If the vessel refuses to merge, then they would accept it, even if that means fighting Tengen. Because they are the strongest and they will protect her no matter what he chooses, no matter what happens. You could see in Geto's eyes that he was relieved, and that he was happy to reunite with everyone. And now, they all live a happy life together. The end. And thanks for watching. Bye. Yeah, hello? Okay, are you sure about that? The ending was good already. Guys, it didn't end here. The next page, she gets shot in the head. Geto was shocked what happened. How could it be? There is no one near us. If there was someone near them, he would have felt their pressure. He turned around and saw him, Toji, the guy Gojo fought. But how could it be? How could it be here? But Gojo isn't. After realizing what happened, he understood that this guy without any cursed energy unalived his best friend, Gojo, and his new friend. And an enraged Geto fought Toji with all he had. But Geto couldn't understand. How did someone like he go past Geto without him sensing him and defeated Gojo at the same time? That can't be possible. Toji says that he has a curse restriction. That means that he has no cursed energy at all, and all the weapons, the magical weapons, that he used while fighting Geto and Gojo were inside a curse that is stuffed inside his mouth. Toji talks about how he especially used a normal sword to attack first, because he wanted to avoid Gojo to notice him. He even could have killed the vessel first without anyone noticing him, but Gojo's 6 eyes would have been a problem afterwards. After Toji defeated every cursed spirit from Geto and finished him off, he said to him, "Even though you guys have all these blessings, you all still lost to a monkey who can't even use Jujutsu." After getting humiliated by Toji, Geto gets healed and finds a spirit on the ground. He notices it. It's a spirit from Toji, dead on the ground. He knew something was wrong. He rushed to the Star Association, and what he sees shocks him. His so-thought dead best friend is in front of him, holding the body of the girl he swore to protect. He looks around the room and sees people smiling and clapping their hands because they're happy to see this dead innocent girl in Gojo's hands. Just imagine the feeling Geto had. People seeing your dead friend and laughing, being happy, while you are down at your lowest. After the tragedy, 1 year passes, and we see Gojo showing off his new abilities. He now can use Infinity automatically, and it now can sense danger without Gojo doing anything. And on top of that, he also has Reverse Curse Technique, one of the strongest ability there is. Every good friend would be happy seeing their best friend getting stronger and growing. But what if your friend is just better than you? It doesn't matter what you do, the gap between you two will always widen, and you can't catch up to him, no matter what you do. As of right now, Gojo is the strongest. He can do every mission on his own. There is no need for Geto now. Geto was alone. There is no need for him. The amount of cursed spirits grew drastically from the last year. In theory, this was good for Geto. The more spirit means, the more he can consume, and try to reach Gojo's level again. But to get stronger, he needed to eat the cursed spirits, and that tasted like cloth. A cloth that was used to wipe out vomit. Executing spirits, eating them. Executing spirits, eating them. Again and again and again. But Why is he even doing this? Why is he doing all of this? All for these monkeys that don't even know jujutsu? They don't even know how much they sorcerers sacrificed for their safety? Did any of you have that feeling that you're doing something, but don't know why? There is no purpose at what you're doing, and people you're doing it for don't even appreciate it. You're just there. Few days pass, and Geto looks at his lowest. But someone approaches him. It's Haibara, the sunshine of the school. Geto asks him, why is he doing all of this? Why is he even a sorcerer? After thinking about it, he realizes that he doesn't even know it himself. He just feels nice to him, to do his best in a thing that he can do. Everyone should strive to be like him. It doesn't matter for him what or why he's doing it. He just wants to do something and give his best. Haibara brought someone with him, the special great sorcerer Yuki. Even though she's specially great, she doesn't go on missions. The reason for that is because the college tries to treat the symptoms of the curses, but she wants to treat the cause. She wants to create a world without any curses. Cursed spirits are born because normal human beings leak excess cursed energy and they form into cursed spirits. There are two ways to stop that. The first is to make all of humanity lose their cursed energy, like Toji. The second would be to make all of humanity able to control their cursed spirits. But there is a third way, the easiest way of them all. It was to kill all the non-sorcerers. Either there would be just curse users left, or the rest who survived needed to adapt and evolve out of fear and learn jujutsu. One thing was clear. Geto can't stay as he is right now. He needs to find his own way. Another tragedy occurs in Geto's life. The sunshine, the one who wants to do everything with all he has, dies. Haibara dies, while being on a mission with Nanami. Another one of his close friends died, while protecting humans, and they don't even know that he sacrificed himself for them. After seeing so many deaths, Nanami has enough of it. He don't want to be a sorcerer anymore. He says that every mission should be done by Gojo. After that, Geto was sent to a mission on his own, to exorcise spirits and look for the death causes in a village. As he enters the village, he sees two little girls with bruises on them caught in a cage. The villagers captured the two girls because both of them had jujutsu powers but couldn't control them. The villagers screamed to the children and said that both of them should have died alongside their parents and that they need to exorcise both of them before it goes out of hand. Geto had enough of these people. He couldn't control himself anymore. And this night, Geto snapped. At this night, no of the 112 villagers saw the next day. From now on, he was a criminal. He made his decision. He's taking the third way. After hearing what happened, Gojo wanted to confront Geto and know what happened. Why did his friend change like that? Gojo caught Geto in a crowd and confronted him. He said that he can't do that to everyone. Geto said that it doesn't matter who it is. He will achieve his dreams. He is even ready to kill his parents for his dream. Gojo was shocked to see what happened to his best friend Geto. Gojo screamed at him while saying trying dumb stuff that they know that doesn't work is as meaningless as it gets. Geto looked at him with his dead eyes and responded with, "It is possible for Gojo. If he, the strongest one, wanted to, it would be possible. How can he tell someone that something is impossible if it's possible for him? How arrogant." Geto turned around and walked away, while saying that for Gojo, even the most foolish things would be possible. Geto has now his own path, and no one can change it. Gojo charges up his cursed energy attack to fire it at Geto, but he doesn't care, because killing him would at least have a meaning. This was the end of their friendship. On his conquest to achieve his goals, Geto found happiness. Alongside the two little girls he saved from the village, he built his own family. This was the start of Geto's villain arc, but at least he knew the reason for what he's doing his actions now. I'm for certain that in all of these days working for his plan, he still missed the old days as the strongest and thought about his best friend Satoru Gojo time to time. In Geto's last fight, he loses half of his upper body against Yuta. With his last words, he talked with Gojo about the past, and what could have been if Geto didn't take this path. He also wanted Gojo to make sure that his family is safe. He left this world with a smile on his face, because he knew in this world he can't even laugh from his heart. The world was just against him. Was Geto wrong? Could someone have changed him? And what would you do in his situation? I hope you liked it, and should I do more videos on JJK? Write your questions and answers down in the comments, and thanks for watching. Bye.